safe space. And you are in good hands. So, we've set our intention. We've said hello. We've done our intro. Now, let's get into the video. So, for today's video, it's going to be something really special because this video is set to go live on my anniversary. On my anniversary. Anniversary. With my girlfriend. My light, my love, my darling, my world. My sweetheart. My angel, my baby. It is our two-year anniversary, and oh my gosh. So for today's ASMR video, as soon as I catch my breath, are you just like dying of suspense? Are you just like waiting for what I'm gonna say next? Are you like, get to it? Okay. There's one thing I'm good at. It's yapping. If you see hair stuck to my nail, no you don't. Like, what is this? What happened here? I don't want to talk about it. Today we're going to talk about how I met my girlfriend. How and when we started dating. And just basically our plans for our anniversary and how awesome she is and some facts about us and things like that. Yep. So today's video is all about my girlfriend. So, in this video, we may also be joined by my dad and his lovely background noise. His guitar playing. He's playing guitar. So you may hear that a little bit in this video, but let's just jump right in, shall we? So let me set the scene. So we met on September 3rd, and I had just recently quit the job I was working at and started working at a new job. comfort and I love like being at home, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking about bailing, right? But then I'm like, no, let's do this. I don't have any friends where I live. I don't have any friends. Like, all my friends live somewhere else. I was like, I should like make friends and have somebody around here. She seems really cool. We seem like we just like should be friends. So I almost bailed. I almost bailed. But I decided not to. So I packed my bags. And before this too, I was like, you know what? I never go out. Let me do the whole thing. So I shaved my legs and I put on tanning lotion and I like did my hair nice, and I decided like, because I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna like do myself up for me so I feel good while I'm there, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I do the whole shebang. And she's like, pack a bathing suit just in case we might go swimming or something, because it was like September 2nd at the time. So we're like, okay, summer is just ending and fall is just starting, like let's like go swimming like one last time before it gets like, you know, true fall vibes. So I packed my swimsuit and I did all this primping and everything, which thank God I did, right? So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself though. So then I go to my friend's house. We have a lovely, lovely, lovely time. My foot is falling asleep. We have a lovely, lovely, lovely time. We hang out. We become close friends really fast. The next day, she's like, let's go swimming at my mom's house. And I'm like, yes, queen. I love swimming, right? Like, just hang out in the pool all day in the sunshine with some good company, with some cold beer, you know? It was a vibe. A total vibe. So we're there. We're having fun. It's September 3rd now. And For the backstory, I had just found out a few months prior to this that I was not actually interested in men the way that I thought I was. I had identified as bisexual for a long time because I had thought when I started liking girls, I was like, oh, I must also like girls. I just, for some reason, like, never understood that, like, there was an option where I could have just girls, and, like, I knew that, like, lesbians existed, obviously, like, I didn't live under a rock, but in my, like, generational time period or something, or whatever, like, or in my sphere of life, I wasn't really exposed to a lot of representation. A lot of the lesbians that I would see, if I would see any ever, they were all like more masculine type presenting lesbians, and I'm more femme, and so like all the girls that looked like me, like they dated the princes, you know, like I was very like girly and stuff, and so like I don't know, I just didn't see any lesbians that looked like me until like I was already in my like double digits, like I think But I'm a Cheerleader came out when I was like 11 or 12 or 13, so you know, pretty late into my childhood I'm getting like a little bit of representation. But anyways, that's the little bit of backstories that I had just come out of the closet. Bitch wasn't fresh out of the closet for a couple of months before this, and when I had to come out, you're getting like a coming out story part 2 because I came out twice in my life. Like I said, I used to identify as bisexual, so I always knew that I was queer. I always knew I liked women, but I also just for a while mistakenly thought that I liked men too. But what I really liked was masculinity, not men. Sorry to the male species, like you guys are wonderful. I just don't want to date you. Anyways, moving on. Hopefully I don't get canceled for this. Anyways, I just want to talk about my girlfriend. So I'm at this party, fresh out the closet. I had dyed, I'm sorry, I had cut, snip, 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 cut, snip, 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 cut all my hair off when I had to come out, because I was like, I just want the whole world to know that I'm gay. I just like want all the girls, all the lesbian girls, all the sapphic girls, all the bisexual girls, all the queer girls, all the pansexuals, all the queer ladies to know that I'm one of them, right? I was like, I just want them to know. I wanted to impress the gays, you know what I mean? So, the girls, the gays, and the days, I wanted to impress them. So I cut all my hair really short, but at this time it had grown out a little bit, so it was like still kind of long but short. So I wasn't looking super gay anymore. Like I wasn't appearing super duper gay anymore. Like I didn't look that gay. So I was like, and I had been drinking all day, keep this in mind too. So I was like, I don't know how to talk to a gay woman. I don't know how to talk to any woman, because like I said, I had identified as bi before, like my whole life, and I had been with women before, but like not seriously since I was like in high school, because I dated, well, I don't know, it was like a situationship, of course, as it always is. I was in this like weird lesbian situationship in high school that like wrecked me, so then I didn't date women for another 10 years after that, because I was like, if I date a woman and like she breaks my heart, like, oh, like it would just hurt so bit, like, you know, because like I think I just knew that truly deep down, like the women had the power to hurt me, and like with the man, I knew that like I would always be okay. Does that make sense? We're getting very vulnerable today. But anyways, we have our facts. I'm at the party. I don't know how to talk to women because it's been a really long time since I've actually seriously like flirted with a woman I didn't know, right? And have had a lot of drinks. think their pronouns are a bit fluid, but I think I'm getting it right. Hopefully I am. I don't ever want to get somebody's pronouns wrong. I don't ever want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's really not good. I just want to spread joy and love in the world. So anyways, but for context, they were she at the time. Anyways, I got my feelings involved, and then I got my feelings hurt, which was like partially my own doing. It like wasn't even really their fault. But I moved away, and they moved on, and then I did not seriously date a woman again until my girlfriend now. I had some experiences. We won't get into that. This is a wholesome channel, but you can imagine I dabbled, but I didn't date because it made me too nervous, honestly, and because I spent actually a very large portion of my 20s in a heterosexual relationship. But I digress. So I'm at this party, and I'm really drunk. I'm newly out, and she's flirting with me, and I don't know what to say anymore, but then I tell her this, and she just keeps smiling at me, and she's so easygoing, and so easy to talk to, and so cute, and I just want to keep talking to her, so I do. I keep talking to her, and I keep flirting with her, and by the end of the party, I was about to leave because I was going to be moving to Arizona soon, and even though I was like so drawn to her, I was like, I don't know, man, I'm moving, and I didn't want to get involved in anything that was going to be complicated in that. But so I was just going to leave, but she stops me, and she asks for my number, and I look at her one more time, and I'm pretty at this time, but I remember looking at her and just being like, alright, you're worth it, I'm gonna give you my number, you're fucking cute, you're cute, you're fucking cute, and I'm really, 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 really drawn to you. So I gave her my number, and she texted me either that night or the very next day, the very next day, I think it was the very next day, September 4th, 2020. And she said, if I have a screenshot, I'll pop it up. Actually, I made a video on my main channel for Valentine's Day last year, or this year. So if you want to check that out, it has a little bit, I think, of the footage of when we were first talking, and kind of tells like a little bit of the chronological story of how we got together, vlog style. So if you're interested, that'll be up on the screen and down below. You can watch after this if you want to, but only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. So we started texting, and we didn't stop because we found that we could just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about anything. And we talked for I think 3 weeks. We talked for 3 weeks, which in lesbian time is actually like a long time. So we talked for 3 weeks, which is like a million years in lesbian, and finally we were like, let's hang out. Let's actually hang out. And I was so nervous, you guys. I spent 2 days obviously, I started asking her about these things during these 3 weeks that we were talking because I wanted to know everything that I could get to know about her. And I kept a note on my notes app of all that like info about her. I don't know what this thing, that's cute. So after 3 weeks of talking, she comes over and we hang out for a day, which turns into 2 days. And then on the 3rd day, God created the Remington bolt action rifle so that man can fight the dinosaurs and the 𝚘𝚘𝚎. If you know what that's from, leave a comment down below. But on the 3rd day, she was like, I have to go home because I'm in college and I have school tomorrow. And I was like, okay, fair. But yeah, of course, in typical lesbian fashion, our first hangout lasted like 2.5 days. And then we were like, let's go on a real date. So we went. Olive Garden. Oh my god, I love Olive Garden. Do you love Olive Garden? Do you love Olive Garden? Do you have Olive Garden where you live? If you don't have Olive Garden, you have to go to Olive Garden. You have to go, like, fly somewhere and go to Olive Garden because, like, okay, well, I'm like hyping it up like it's like the best thing since sliced bread, and it's actually not like that good. Like, you don't really need to travel for it, if you know what I mean. But like, I like Olive Garden though. It's like good, you know, like it's like comfort food, and they have wine, and they have breadsticks, 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 I'm gonna lose all the breath in my body over breadsticks. Breadsticks. Okay, so my storage is full, and I'm filming on Snapchat now, which girl and I have beef, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet, and just like Sabrina Carpenter's new album. Have you seen it? Have you heard it? Yeah, I'm obsessed with it, but anyways, that's not what this video is about. I'm also obsessed with my girlfriend, and that is who this video is about, so let me focus. Okay, my foot's asleep. Hold on. Focus. I'm back on track. So, we went to Olive Garden. I dressed up cute. I'm pretty sure I wore a little black dress and heels because, like, I was really trying to impress this girl. I really liked her. Like, in these 2 days that we spent together, we talked, we cried, we watched things. There was a lot that went down, and we really, really connected, and we were just like, wow, like, we did not expect to feel something so strongly, like, right, you know, like, so soon. But like, after talking for 2 weeks, and we found out actually that it's kind of crazy that we even did meet, because I told you guys in the beginning of the story how I have anxiety, and this was a new friend of mine that I had never hung out with outside of work. And I almost bailed because I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can get close to somebody new. I don't know if I can, like, you know, like, I had not really made a friendship like this in my adult life in a year. Well, I guess that's not really true. I had made other friendships, but I had been really hurt by some of my friendships that I had made recently. I'm not going to get into details on all of that, but I had somebody that I was really close to before meeting this friend that I'm telling you about in this story. And it like left me kind of feeling wounded, so I almost didn't go and hang out with my friend. But now this friend is one of my best friends, and she's on my channel too. I'll leave some links to the videos down below, or maybe even up there or something. But we have a couple of videos together on my vlog channel, so you can check those out if you want to. But this was our first time hanging out, and I almost didn't because I was so nervous. And my girlfriend told me she almost didn't show up to that party either. Now, can you imagine if what was we talking about? She almost didn't go. I almost didn't go. But we both did go, and she kind of ended up going like on a whim. Like, she wasn't invited to the party to begin with. Well, the party wasn't even a party to begin with. It just kind of happened. All these people ended up showing up, and the reason why my girlfriend ended up showing up, well, my girlfriend now, she wasn't yet, but she ended up showing up because my friend from work was dating this guy at the time, and that guy is my girlfriend's brother. Oh, so that was how I ended up meeting her. But like, I don't know if we ever would have interacted otherwise if not for this party. And the fact that we both almost didn't go, we talked about this in those 2.5 days that we were hanging out before we went to Olive Garden. And when we got to Olive Garden, I was sitting there eating my salad and my breadsticks, drinking my wine, and just like so aware of her presence next to me at the table. And I was like, something came over me. Something came over me. I knew I was moving. I knew, like, I had all these things, but like, she had told me in those 2 days, she was like, if I found somebody that I really vibed with, I would move down with them. And she was like, I've always kind of wanted to leave, but never really thought that I would do it unless something like this happened. So it was like, I don't know, it just felt like very like fate. And it was almost like we talked about, like, if it doesn't work out, like, I'm moving, and if it does work out, I'm still moving. And she was like, okay, well, then I'm going with you. And so we got to Olive Garden, and I looked at her, and I was like, I can't keep it in anymore. And she's like, what? And I was like, are you gonna be my girlfriend or what? And she looked at me, and she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so you're my girlfriend? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then we had a lovely